Okay, so I am back. I tried to record this word, which I did, but there was some distractions. My son had came home. So I wanted to share with you all that um, this morning I left out to take my son to the school to prepare for his football game. On the way back home, um, when I got to our community, I noticed my brother's aunt, who I refer to her as my aunt as well, um, and we had just started talking, and she's been living here for 2 years, but she's been here like a little longer than me, and this is my second year here as well, and we had got on the subject of, you know, just how things are changing around here, the expenses, and um, just sharing some information with each other, catching up, and she has shared with me that um, she had lost her job, which she moved over here after doing so. She's now on disability, and um, how she is just having to really trust in the Lord and um, continue to have faith. And she told me she watched a movie last night. She didn't tell me the name of it, but she said the movie had her pretty emotional, and she woke up this morning, in that state of you're halfway there, like halfway up, and still asleep. And she said that the Holy Spirit spoke to her and gave her Psalm 91. And she said, I read that this morning. I kept reading that over and over. She said, when you read these scriptures, you have to already go into it believing what you're about to read. And that, I shared with her that I lost my job as well at the beginning of the year, and how, I don't know what is on my face, and that I too, had to put all my faith and trust into the Lord. Excuse me. And that um, He provided, He took care of everything and made sure that my children and I did not go without anything. Um, and he gave me instructions not to call on my family to help. And, the Lord showed up, and He got all the glory from all of that. And so we just continue to, talk and share some things of where, the Lord has us. And I want to read the scriptures that, she shared with me, which I just mentioned, Psalm 91. And, I then gave her Psalm 37. And then I will, just let you all go, because I really wasn't planning on doing a video today, but I knew that the Lord was gonna, do something today, but I didn't know exactly until this morning. He let me to share this. And as you know, Matthew 18, verses 19 through 20, for where two or more are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. Prayer then is the vehicle whereby we invite His Spirit to be with us. So the Lord was definitely in that parking lot with us, the Holy Spirit was just flowing through us both. I could so see, like, it was so heavy to see, like, how heavy the Spirit was on her. Like, it was so strong, his presence within our encounter. And you know, she had said something that had allowed me to tell her that, hey, that's something that I was just, you know, speaking with the Lord about. She had mentioned that her parents, she watched them rob Peter to pay Paul. And she spoke of generational curses and how, you know, the Lord chose her to be the strong woman. And in her strength that he gave her, it was to be that generational curse breaker. So I told her that I had just had that conversation with the Lord, you know, because, you know, when the Lord places a calling upon your life, and, you know, he chooses you to walk this walk, and you know the things that you've done, you know the places you've been, and you know for a fact that this just doesn't happen to just anyone, and that you definitely you overcome, and you overcame all those obstacles that that the enemy placed in your way, even when you were walking in the world and being led by darkness. I know for myself, there are plenty of times that I sit back and I think, you know, think of all the times that the Lord has saved me. Those times when I was out and I was allowing my flesh to lead me. And I always knew, I knew God. And, you know, you have that feeling as to, you know he's there. But at that time, you don't know what he wants. So you go in the opposite direction, thinking, and I did not mean to get on here and do this, but you're thinking, well, if I keep going this way, if I keep going in the opposite direction, maybe he'll leave me alone. But it doesn't work like that. For some, you know, but it all goes to the calling that the Lord has on your life. And I know that when I sit back and think of where I've been and the places that he brought me out of, because honestly, if the devil had it his way, I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't be here right now. I would have been gone. There are people that I used to associate with, and they are no longer here. And I do know that the Lord was trying to he was speaking to them, but they chose to follow the enemy. They believed the hype of what he had for them, and they're no longer here. But yeah, so I knew exactly that. I knew when she spoke that the Holy Spirit had he definitely was taking over our conversation, and he was all in the midst of that. And because I thought to myself many times, like, I know my story was supposed to have been different, but he never gave up on me. He never gave up on me. I had dealt with many things in my past, being mistreated as a child, having my innocence taken from me at a young age, I didn't even learn how to cope for a long time. It resulted in anger, resentment, fear, and through every single thing, God was with me. Then I didn't know, and sometimes I didn't know, but he was there. The adult me knows that he was there. And I knew that it was all, now I know that it was all a part of what he was doing for me and who he had designed me to be and created me to be. So, I didn't even know that this was going to be this type of word, but yes, so I understood, when she spoke of being a generational curse breaker, and that our families, we have curses on us, and I tried to run to alcohol, sex, to help me cope with things and try to numb, that pain, which was, temporary fixes. And at times it didn't fix anything. In all honesty, it didn't. So I had those conversations with the Lord. I still have them with him. And he has spoken to me so loud, so clear. And he's always told me that, there was always a calling on my life. And I finally answered. And I'm here. I'm here. And I've accepted, and I'm just allowing him to do all that he wants to do in my life. All that he has already written, I'm just ready for it to play out, and allow him to guide me. So let me get into the scriptures, and I will give you all back to your families or whatever you have planned for this Saturday. So I'm gonna read first. Alright. I don't know why this is looking different. But I have my Bible right here and my laptop, so I'm gonna read it from my laptop. So okay. Psalm 91. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High, and this is the New King James Version. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him I will trust. Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. My version, New King James Version in my Bible looks different than what's on the computer. He shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor of the destruction that lays waste at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look, and see the reward of the wicked, because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place. No evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up. Lest you dash your foot against a stone, you shall tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion and the serpent you shall trample underfoot. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. And I may read the one that's in my Bible, because I don't recall the many differences of may have been because it was the NLT. Sorry. So now I'm going to read Psalm 37. And it says, don't worry about the wicked or envy those who do wrong, for like grass, they soon fade away. Like spring flowers, they soon wither. Trust in the Lord and do good. Then you will live safely in the land and prosper. Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you your heart's desires. Commit everything you do to the Lord. Trust him, and he will help you. He will make your innocence radiant like the dawn, and the justice of your cause will shine like the noonday sun. Be still in the presence of the Lord, and wait patiently for him to act. Don't worry about evil people who prosper or fret about their wicked schemes. Stop being angry. Turn your rage. Do not lose your temper. It only leads to harm, for the wicked will be destroyed, but those who trust in the Lord will possess the land. Soon the wicked will disappear. Though you look for them, they will be gone. The lowly will possess the land and will live in peace and prosperity. The wicked plot against the godly. They snarl at them in defiance, but the Lord just laughs, for he sees their day of judgment coming. The wicked draw their swords and string their bows, to kill the poor and the oppressed, to slaughter those who do right. But their swords will stab their own hearts, and their bows will be broken. It is better to be godly and have little than to be evil and rich, for the strength of the wicked will be shattered, but the Lord takes care of the godly. Day by day the Lord takes care of the innocent, and they will receive an inheritance that lasts forever. They will not be disgraced in hard times. Even in famine, they will have more than enough, but the wicked will die. The Lord's enemies are like flowers in a field. They will disappear like smoke. The wicked borrow and never repay, but the godly are generous givers. Those the Lord blesses will possess the land, but those he curses will die. The Lord directs the steps of the godly. He delights in every detail of their lives. Though they stumble, they will never fall, for the Lord holds them by the hand. Once I was young, and now I am old, yet I have never seen the godly abandoned or their children begging for bread. The godly always give generous loans to others, and their children are a blessing. Turn from evil and do good, and you will live in the land forever. For the Lord loves justice, and he will never abandon the godly. He will keep them safe forever, but the children of the wicked will die. The godly will possess the land and will live there forever. The godly offer good counsel. They teach right from wrong. They have made God's law their own, so they will never slip from his path. The wicked wait in ambush for the godly, looking for an excuse to kill them. But the Lord will not let the wicked succeed, or the godly be condemned when they are put on trial. Put your hope in the Lord. Travel steadily along his path. He will honor you by giving you the land. He will see the wicked destroyed. I have seen wicked and ruthless people flourishing like a tree in its native soil, but when I looked again, they were gone. Though I searched for them, I could not find them. Look at those who are honest and good, for a wonderful future awaits those who love peace, but the rebellious will be destroyed. They have no future. The Lord rescues the godly, for he is his fortress in times of trouble. He is their fortress in their time of trouble. The Lord helps them, rescuing them from the wicked. He saves them, and they find shelter in him. So, that was Psalm 37 and Psalm 91. Of course, read them, take them back to the Lord. Take every word you receive back to the Lord. But this was just me sharing how the Holy Spirit is definitely speaking through us. He's flowing through us. And it was just a great encounter this morning. And I heard last night again, well, in the early morning, late night hours, I was still up and spending time with the Lord, and I was working on some stuff that he has me doing right now. And I received the word again, which many have been speaking this month so far, and it's only the 12th day, that this is a November to remember. It's going to be a November to remember. And he even added that December, I got my notebook right here. December will be even better. Keep Christ in your mind and in your hearts always. And he finished with winning ticket. So still got to take that back to him. Don't know. I'll go back and look at my notes and study those. But I pray that everyone has a blessed and beautiful weekend. Spend time with the Lord. And just enjoy where he has you at. Bye.